Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about aganglionic megacolon. This is a childhood illness. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button. You will get link of Hindi lecture and you can join or visit my YouTube channel, My Student Support System. What is aganglionic megacolon? Aganglionic megacolon is also known as Hirschsprung's disease. It is a condition that affects large intestine or colon and causes problem with passing stool. The condition is present at birth, means it is an congenital anomaly as a result of missing nerve cells or ganglion in the muscles of baby's colon. Okay, so this is colon, large intestine, and it contains nerve cells that are ganglion, which are responsible for movement of colon. But at certain places, these ganglions are missing. So this condition is aganglionic. This leads to Hirschsprung's disease. In this condition, normal bowel movement do not take place. The intestine above the affected area becomes dilated. Here you can see that this is the affected area. Here new ganglions are there. So the movement is not possible in this area. And if no movement is there, then the fecal matter collects here and it becomes enlarged or swollen. So this is known as megacolon or big colon. What are the signs and symptoms of aganglionic megacolon? Signs and symptoms of Hirschsprung's disease vary with the severity of condition. Usually signs and symptoms appear shortly after birth if the condition is severe. But if the condition is mild, then the signs and symptoms are not apparent until later in life and are identified in later stage in the childhood. If these signs appears early, means in infants, you will see the sign and symptoms that stools are not passed. Even after birth, stools are not passed. Abdominal swelling is seen, vomiting, and this vomiting includes bile. It means it is green colored. Constipation or gas, which makes child irritable. Diarrhea and anorexia. If it is in mild condition, then sign and symptom appear later in childhood in older children, and in that condition you will see abdominal swelling, chronic constipation, gas formation which leads to pain abdomen, failure to thrive means there is no growth in the child, and fatigue. So what diagnostic investigations are made to confirm that there is aganglionic megacolon? For this, rectal examination is done. In rectal examination, it is seen that there is no fecal matter in the rectum. Then barium enema X-ray examination is done. Again, it shows swelling or megacolon in the X-rays, and rectal biopsy. This is confirmatory diagnosis. In the rectal biopsy, the aganglionic cells are missing. It means the diagnosis is confirmed. And then we need treatment. What treatment is done? Only surgical repair. Surgery is the most effective treatment for Hirschsprung's disease. This is done in one step or two steps, depending upon how severe it is and the condition of child. From an inflamed colon or poor nutrition, if there is inflammation, there is infection, and nutrition is poor, there is no weight gain, then we wait. Okay, and the surgery is performed in two stages. In first step, colostomy is performed and main surgery is delayed until the age of 9 months or 12 months. When the baby's condition stabilizes and he gains weight, resection of a ganglionic part of the colon is done and anastomosis of remaining colon is made. Now, what are the nursing management? So preoperatively, again, daily rectal wash is done with normal saline till the surgery is done. Antibiotics may be prescribed if there is infection in the colon. Nutritional status should be maintained. Proper nutrition should be provided to the child. The frequency and type of stool is noted. Parents are explained about the disorder, treatment, procedure, and all their questions are answered to alleviate their anxiety. Taking rectal examination should be avoided in the children to prevent injury to rectal mucosa. After surgery, proper observation and vital signs are monitored and recording is done. Watch out for abdominal distension. Bleeding at surgical site should be reported immediately. Regular changing of dressing with aseptic technique is done. Then proper colostomy care should be provided because there is colostomy, so with aseptic technique we should provide colostomy. Skin care should be provided around the stoma of colostomy to prevent skin breakdown. And all other nursing care of an hospitalized child should be done. And for this topic, you can click on I button and watch the video of the nursing care of hospitalized child under the lecture Child Health Nursing. Thank you students for watching the complete video. You can join my Facebook page, My Student Support System. You can visit my nursingstudents.blogspot.com for making your notes, and you can follow on Twitter, Instagram, and you can also join Facebook group. Thank you.